All right, ladies, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're starting right where we are, in a comfortable seat, growing long and tall in your spine. And of course, comfortable seat means whatever is comfortable in your body. So if sitting with your legs straight out is more comfortable, such as I am, please, by all means, feel free. If you prefer to come into Sukhasana, easy seated pose with your feet folded in towards your body, please feel free to also do that, to also adopt that position. If you need to sit on something, you can by all means do that as well. A block or a blanket, or maybe even a chair. And once you find length in your spine, let your shoulders soften down your back, soften your face and jaw. Bring your tongue off of the roof of your mouth. And begin to tune into the rhythms of your breath. So letting your inhales expand your belly, side bodies, and chest out as far as they'll go. And then let your exhales release all of those areas back down towards your back body. And so we're leaving all of the previous events of the day into the background. And we're going to do the same with the upcoming events of the evening. So just mentally kind of letting all that other stuff fall into the background. And once you do that, all that's left is the here and the now. So coming into the present moment, the only place that life actually exists. And so I had mentioned the series of themes that we've been exploring over the last several weeks. These themes are, of course, anatomically focused. So we are focusing on specific areas of the body. And 3 weeks ago or so, maybe even 4 weeks ago now, counting our week of weather, we started with a theme that focused on the feet. So yoga practice that focused on the feet. Then our next area was a theme that surrounded the legs. So we did a lot of standing and balancing postures in that class. Last week's theme was the hips. So we worked into a lot of hip opening postures. This week we are focusing on our core. And so our postures, of course, are going to reflect that. We will start off with some targeted core work after some breath work. That's actually, we're starting with breath work. We'll move on to some targeted core work, and then we'll move into some standing postures. And we will be radiating out from the very center of our being, our core. And so, of course, we know that our core is the general area of our abdominal. So our abdominal muscles, our stomach and intestines are all located in this area. And we can never get too much core work for building stability and balance. And also toning these muscles. So you can do, if you do a workout session with legs and arms, a lot of time they tell you to rotate those areas. But for the core, you can do that every single day. And the reason being for that is this area receives a lot more blood flow, so it's a lot easier to recuperate from your core work. And spiritually, this is our seat of confidence and willpower. So this is where our third chakra is located. And that is the chakra that is all about confidence and willpower. And so as you move through your practice today, may you radiate out from your core in such a way that you build more stability and you expand your confidence and willpower. Bring one palm to rest right around the area of your navel center and the other palm to rest on top of that one. And take 3 deep breaths. So inhale to expand out through your belly. And then exhale, letting your navel draw back toward your spine. Inhale, expanding out through your belly. Expand out as far as you can go here, feeling your palms rise up. And then exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest inhale to expand. Exhale to release. Slowly flutter your eyes open. I'm going to demonstrate our breath work. So our breath work is called Kapalabhati, or skull shining breath. And so what you're going to do is you're going to inhale about halfway, and then you're going to begin to just pump your belly. So I like to demonstrate this by showing you my actual belly. Promise I'm not trying to flash. You simply inhale halfway, and then you're going to pump your belly back toward your spine as you exhale. So it's more about the exhale than it is the inhale. Your inhale will just kind of happen on its own. If you don't get it to begin with, please do not fret. And if it doesn't work for you, please feel free to just breathe naturally. It took me forever to get this because I kept thinking that I needed to forcefully inhale. But you're focusing on the exhale. So pressing the navel back and up toward your spine as you exhale, like you're pushing something out of your nose, and then the inhale just kind of happens on its own. I love to do breath work with my eyes closed. So I'm going to close my eyes because it gives me a deeper, more introspective type of experience. If you need to have your eyes open to watch me, please feel free to do so. And once again, if it gets to be too much, you can just breathe naturally. So we're going to do 3 rounds, and you're just going to go as far as you can because you'll notice that this wakes up your core. So you're going to find out exactly how much waking up is going to happen in your core. And sometimes you have to just kind of stop and just breathe because it can get to be kind of intense. All right, so we're going to close our eyes down, and we'll begin with 3 natural breaths just to get us in tune. Once again, if you need to keep your eyes open, please feel free to do so. Inhale to expand. Exhale to release. Full inhale to expand. And exhale to release. Last one, inhale in through the nose. And exhale to release. And then inhale about halfway. And exhale to begin. And once you come to your natural end, you're just going to release. Breathe naturally for just a couple of moments before the next round. Just noticing the effects of that breath work. Take an inhale in through the nose to expand. And then exhale to release. 2 more like that. Inhale to expand. And then exhale to release. Full inhale in through the nose. And exhale. Inhale about halfway. And then exhale to begin. So breathing as quickly or as slowly as you need to. This does not have to be fast repetitions. You can also do this at a slower pace. Whatever works best in your body. And once you come to your natural end, just release. And just breathe naturally for a couple of moments, feeling the effects of this core opening breath work. Breathing into what you feel. Take an inhale in through the nose, expand out your belly. So that's a great way to counteract this breath work. And then exhale, drawing your navel back towards your spine. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale, drawing your navel back towards your spine. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Inhale about halfway. And then exhale to begin. And once again, maintaining your own personal pace here. This is our last round, so make it count. Breathing as slowly or as quickly as feels good in your body. And once you come to your natural end, exhale all of your air out, and then come back to natural breath. And once again, just breathing into what you feel here. Certainly flutter your eyes open. We're going to make our way all the way down onto our back. So you want to keep at least one block close by. And coming all the way down to your reclined position. Soles of the feet are on the earth, knees are bent. Gently tuck your tailbone up towards your navel. Draw your chin in toward your chest. Your palms are resting down by your hips for the moment. And let your shoulders soften down your back. Soften your face, neck, and jaw. You're going to bring all 10 fingers to clasp together. So you're going to make a basket with your hands. Then you're going to lift your head up and you're going to place your head in the basket of your hands. So when I was a little kid, I used to love watching the clouds roll through the sky. And this is exactly how I would lay. So that is the image I always get when I come into this position. Next inhale, you're going to raise one knee up off of or one foot up off of the earth. And then exhale, the other foot is going to meet it. And we're going to come into some core work now. This is going to light up our midsection. So next inhale, keeping the knees stacked directly above the hips, you're going to raise your hips up towards the sky. So this is a very subtle movement. Exhale, raise your head and shoulders up off of the earth. Inhale, rise both a little higher. Exhale, press your navel down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, you're going to straighten the left leg and bring your left elbow toward your right knee. And that's okay if you're not on the right side. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. Exhale, twist a little deeply, more deeply to the right. Fullest, deepest inhale. Exhale, back to center. Bend the knees. Keep the feet up and let the head come back down. So we just got 3 of these, thankfully. Inhale, rise your hips up towards the sky. Knees stacked over the hips. So don't let your knees draw towards your face here. Exhale, raise your head and shoulders up off of the earth. Inhale, rise both a little higher. Exhale, press your belly down. Take another breath in here. Exhale, same other side. So straighten the right leg and right elbow comes towards the left knee. So you're twisting towards the left. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale to twist a little deeper. If you weren't noticing your core yet, you probably are now. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, we come back to center. Release your head down, keeping your tailbone gently tucked up towards your navel. Last one of these. Inhale, we rise the hips up, knees stacked over the hips directly. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Another deep breath to rise both a little higher. Exhale, hold your belly down. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Left elbow comes towards right knee as you twist. Beautiful, ladies. Take another deep breath in. Breath out, twist a little deeper. Twisting from your core. Take another inhale. Exhale, release. Soles of the feet come to the earth. Release your hands. Readjust your tailbone. Draw your chin in toward your chest. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out. Come into some windshield wipers. So letting the knees gently fall side to side to release some of that stuff we just did. Maybe even let your head roll or rock from side to side as well. All right, coming back to center, back to stillness. And once again, palms are on the earth by the hips. Shoulders are soft. Chin and jaw are relaxed. So working to keep everything as soft as possible while you're working hard in these postures. Next, inhale, you're going to rise the soles of the feet up towards the sky. And then exhale, take a moment. So just let your body get used to this position. Grabbing a hold of your block, you're going to place your block on the second setting. So the skinniest portion is going to be in between your thighs. All right. Take a deep inhale here. Flex into the toes. Rising your hips up towards the sky. Exhale, clasp those fingers together once again. Rest your head in your hands and rise your head and shoulders up off of the earth. Fullest, deepest inhale, rise both up a little higher. Exhale, hold your belly down, squeeze the block. Take another inhale here, rise both feet and head and shoulders a little higher. And then exhale, release. Head and shoulders back down to the earth. So just 2 more of those. Inhale, hips and feet go up towards the sky. So once again, that's a real subtle movement, but it really turns on the lower abdominal muscles. Exhale, raise your head and shoulders up. Inhale, rise both a little higher. Exhale, hold the belly down. Squeeze the block. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale, rise both a little higher if you can. Exhale, head and shoulders come back down to the earth. Woosah, my abdominals are on fire. Next inhale, feet and hips raise up towards the sky. Exhale, head and shoulders raise. Inhale, rise both a little higher. Exhale, press your belly down. Squeeze the block. Take another inhale, rise both a little higher. This is our last one of these. Exhale, release your hands. Soles of the feet come to the earth, placing your block off to the side for further use. And windshield wipering your knees. Once again, we are going to be full of awesome stability and strength in our core, and we're going to have all kinds of confidence and willpower when we leave this class, ladies. Something like that. Rocking your head from side to side as well. I know for me, when I do this core work, I get kind of tense in my neck from holding my hands underneath of my neck. So it might feel good to let your head fall from side to side. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Next inhale, you're going to draw your knees in towards your face in towards your knees. Give yourself a hug. And then exhale, make your way onto one side. So into a fetal position. Place the top hand on the earth. Next, inhale with a smile on your face. You're going to rise yourself all the way up. And then exhale, we're going to meet in a tabletop position. So however you can get there. So palms are on the earth, under the shoulders. Perhaps you have a pad, so perhaps you have a blanket under your knees. I don't necessarily need one, but if you do, that's great. More power to you to do whatever feels good in your practice. So pressing down through the four corners of the palms, grip the mat with the finger pads. Next, inhale, you're going to let the belly fall, raise the hips, look up towards the sky. That feels really good to counteract that core work. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, draw your navel in toward your spine. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up towards the sky. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Next inhale, we come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, walk left hand towards right, step your left foot forward, and then kick your right foot off to the left. And we're making our way up to, we are going to come into our gate pose. So standing on your right knee, left sole of the foot on the earth. If you do the wrong side, hey, that's all right. You can do the other side next time. It is all good. So it's trying to make sure that your right knee is under your right hip. You're going to place the top of the left hand on the left leg. And then inhale, float your right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, you're going to lean over towards the left. So tucking the tailbone up towards the belly button. Draw your navel in and up toward your spine on your breath out. Take a deep breath in, reach through those right fingertips. Breath out to stay, fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, cartwheel your arms out through center. You may want to block. You may not. I like using a block for this. Exhale, we're going to come into our extended gate pose. So, left fingertips and left foot are raised. You do not have to raise the foot. You can keep the foot down. But this really gets into all of these muscles right here. That's where you're going to feel it. Take a deep breath in, reach high through the left fingertips, tuck the tailbone forward. Breath out, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest inhale here. And exhale. Take another breath in. See if you can raise that left foot a little higher. If you have it raised, beautiful. Exhale, we're going to come into a tabletop position towards the back of the mat. So yes, you will be opposite of me, and that's okay because you guys have great listening ears. So we're coming into those cat-cows facing behind once again. Pressing into the four corners of the palms, grip the mat with the finger pads. Inhale, hips raise, belly drops, gaze goes up high. And then exhale, press the earth away, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Really press the earth away here. Inhale, drop the belly, shoulders down the back, hips and gaze go up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we come back to our neutral spine once again. Exhale, walk right hand towards left this time. We're doing all of that on the other side. So stepping the right foot forward, left foot goes off to the right behind you, and then you make your way back up into your gate pose. So gate pose with the, she's like, which side am I on? With the left knee. So your left foot is bent, your left knee is bent, and the right foot is out to the right. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Woo-hoo. So which side are we on? That's okay. Once again, if you're feeling it, you're doing it. So it's totally fine. Top of the right hand rests on the right leg. Tuck your tailbone forward and up. Let your shoulders soften down your back. So feel how tucking the tailbone in and up really lights up those lower core muscles. Inhale, we're going to float the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, we lean off to the right. So see if you can keep the tailbone tucked forward and up as you do so, and see if you can keep the left shoulder behind the left ear. Take a deep breath in through the nose, reach through the left fingertips. Exhale, maybe you lean a little more towards the right, maybe not. Take another breath in right here. And breath out to stay. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, cartwheel your arms down and around. Inhale, our extended gate pose on the other side. So you may notice a difference in sides. Really noticing what kind of strength you have, or what kind of flexibility and strength and openness you have in your hip, in your outer hip flexors. Take a deep breath in, reach high through the right fingertips. Perhaps those right toes float up even higher. Perhaps they don't. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reach a little higher with both if you can. Exhale to unwind and release. Move your block off to the side if you have it. And we're going to meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Gripping the mat with the finger pads, pressing down through the four corners of the palms. Draw the tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears, and perhaps you find movement, perhaps you stay still. Wherever you are, just notice your breath. So notice the inhales expanding, and then with the exhales, notice how your core, the very center of your being, presses back towards your back body. So just doing that simple breath work of really drawing the core in and up can be a subtle way to tone your core. Coming back to center, back to stillness if you are moving. Next, inhale, press the earth away, look up in between your hands, and then exhale. We're going to walk our feet all the way up to the top of the mat. So big toes touch, or feet are hip distance. Inhale, float your fingertips up behind you, shrug the shoulders down the back. Exhale, soft bend in the knees, drape your torso over your thighs to fold. And once again, coming back to your core and your breath. And notice what you're feeling. I am certain by now it should be warmed up at least a little bit. Take a full inhale here in through the nose. Exhale, navel draws back towards spine. Do that 2 more times. Inhale to expand. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale.
Draw your chin in towards your chest. Let your head and arms hang heavy. Press down through the four corners of your feet. Spread out through your toes. Keeping that soft bend in the knees. Inhale, we're going to come up through our zombie raise. So keeping the head and arms hanging heavy. And exhale, we meet in our lovely Tadasana, mountain pose. We made it to standing. Look at us go. Inhale, palms touch at heart center. Tuck the tailbone up towards the belly button. Soften the shoulders down the back. And let your palms float up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Lead with your heart. Come into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. We're rising up to a flat back. Let's stop fooling with stuff. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, plant your fingertips. Step your right toes back. Drop your right knee down to a pad or the earth. This is one of the many floors I practice on that's very hard, so it's nice to have a pad. Inhale, float, fingertips forward and up. Stack the torso over the hips. Gently drag your right hip forward and left hip back. Exhale, twist open to the left and sink your hips down towards the earth. I almost let those mirrors confuse me. I was like, is this left or right? Take a deep breath in. See, I don't know my sides either. Take a deep breath in, reach through your fingertips. Breath out, we're going to reverse this in our low lunge twist. So drop your left hand to your right calf, and your right hand comes up over your right ear. Take a deep breath in, and that's okay. You're building stability if you're wobbling. And then breath out, cartwheel your arms down and around, besides for not staying there. All 10 fingertips frame your front foot. Breath in, rise that back knee up, and straighten the back leg. Notice your core. So gently drawing your navel in and up towards your spine. See if you can float your fingertips. Beautiful work. Exhale, plant your palms and make your way to your downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, raise heels and hips up high, pressing firmly into the palms. Grip the mat with the finger pads. And then exhale, heels and heart. Melt down to the earth. Next, inhale, chin in towards the chest. We're going to ripple forward into our plank pose. See if you can actually keep your knees up, but if you can't, that's okay. You can lower them down. Exhale, draw your navel back towards your spine. Take another breath in here. Very strong. Breath out, drop knees, chest and chin down to the earth for our 8-pointed pose. Breath in, Bhujangasana, releasing the entire front side of your body. Peel your heart up for your Cobra pose. Exhale, curl toes, hinge hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right toes up to the sky behind you. See if you can keep your shoulders squared. Exhale, round your spine, bend your right knee, draw it in towards your nose, float your shoulders over your wrists, really pressing your navel towards your spine, and then your right foot meets. We meet with the right foot in between the hands. Beautiful work, ladies. Next inhale, you're going to step that left foot off to the left and drop the left heel towards the back right corner of the mat. So we're setting up for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose, and we want our feet to be more like on railroad tracks. Exhale to stay. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Fingertips reach up high. Exhale, gently drag left hip forward and sink down, and right hip back. And sink down into that right knee. Take a full breath in through the nose. Reach high through the fingertips. Breath out, raise the back heel, and let the fingertips float down by the hips. This is where it's going to get fun. Take a deep breath in through the nose. You're strong in your back leg. Breath out, kick off of that back foot. And we meet in our Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3 pose. Bringing your attention to your core here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, let your fingertips fall down. Left leg, back leg raises up towards the sky. For your standing splits, Take another deep breath in. Breath out. Left big toe meets the right to fold. Next breath in, we're going to rise up to a flat back. And this time, our right toes are going to float up behind us for our standing splits. Breath out, you're going to drop that right foot behind you. And it's going to be parallel with the short back edge of the mat because we're going to set up for our warrior two position. Next breath in, bend into that left knee, cartwheel your arms out and up, breath out. We meet in our Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 position. Beautiful work, ladies. Full inhale to reach through the fingertips, tuck the tailbone up. Gaze is over the left fingers. Breath out, extended side angle. So when you come into this position, you're going to let your left elbow rest right above your left knee, but you're going to let it rest lightly. Take a deep breath in, reach high through the right fingertips, press down through the knife edge of the back foot. Breath out, we sprinkle all 10 fingertips around the front foot. Breath in, raising that back heel up towards the sky. Shoulders are soft. Breath out, draw your navel towards your spine, and maybe you flip your fingers once again. Next breath in, we kick off of that back foot, rising the back of the right foot up towards the sky, nose down towards the knees. And exhale. Right big toe meets the left to fold. Next breath in, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Palms touch up top. Breath out. Palms land at heart center. So all that stuff on the other side. Next breath in, pressed palms rise up towards the sky. Breath out, swan dive down. Lead with your heart to fold, nose towards knees. Breath in, hands on the shins. We rise up to our Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Breath out, plant your fingertips, step your left toes back, dropping your left knee down to the earth or a pad. Breath in, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So we're stacking the torso over the hips. Gently drag the left hip forward, right hip back. Breath out, sink your hips low and twist to the right. Take a breath in. Yep, you're right. You're golden. If you can't see who's next to you, you're good. Take it because you're facing the wall. Take a deep breath in through the nose, reach through your fingertips. Breath out, we reverse from this position. So dropping the right hand to the left calf, left fingertips up overhead. Take a deep breath in to reach high here. Breath out, draw in through your navel. So anytime you're wobbly, sometimes if you draw in through your navel, it helps. Sometimes I stress. Next breath in, we cartwheel the arms out and around. Breath out, we straighten the back leg. Tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears. Breath in to expand. Breath out, draw your navel back, and maybe you float. You guys are great. Take a full inhale here and then exhale. We meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pressing into the four corners of the palms, grip the mat with the finger pads. Tops of the shoulders down and away from the ears. Breath in, we bend the knees. Heels and hips go up high. Breath out. Let your navel find its way back towards your spine and heels and heart. Melt down to the earth. Next breath in, ripple your body forward into your plank pose, shoulders over wrists. See if you can keep your knees up, but if not, please lower them. Exhale, navel towards the spine. Take one more breath in. You guys are golden. Breath out, lower knees, chest and chin down to the earth for a pointed pose. Breath in, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Feeling your heart up, gaze goes up high. Breath out, curl toes, hinge hips. Downward facing dog. Alright, next breath in, left toes float up high. See if you can keep your shoulders level here. Breath out, round the spine, draw your navel in and up towards your spine, shoulders forward over wrists, left knee towards your face, however you can get it there, with left foot steps in between your hands. So heel turning that left foot is a little bit off to the left, dropping the right heel down towards the left back corner of the mat, and you want the right foot a little bit over towards the right. So standing on those railroad tracks. Now way to warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Fingertips up high. Exhale, drag your left hip, or your right hip forward, left hip back, sink them down low, bending into that left knee. So hopefully you can see your left big toe. You guys look wonderful. Take a deep breath and reach high through the fingertips. Breath out. Back heel goes up. Drop your fingertips down by your hips. Nice and strong. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. Kick off of that back foot. This is my wobbly side. And land into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Take a deep breath into the nose. You can always drop your fingertips, by the way. Exhale, nose towards the knee, and then inhale, rise that right foot, right toes up to the sky behind you. Exhale, right big toe meets the left. Nose towards the knees to fold. Keeping a soft bend in the knees. Inhale, fingertips on the earth. Rise up to a flat back. Left toes go up this time behind you. And then exhale, we're setting up for a Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 on the side. You want to step that left foot back, bend into your right knee, right toes face front, left foot is parallel with the back shoulder to the mat. Inhale, cartwheel your arms out and up. And exhale, sink down into that right knee. Ladies look beautiful. Take a deep breath in, reach high or reach wide through your fingertips. Breath out, extended side angle. So left arm over left ear. The right elbow rests lightly on the right knee. Take a deep breath in, reach high through the left fingertips. And breath out, we circle the arms down and around. Breath in, the left heel goes up towards the sky, hips come down. Breath out, draw your navel in towards your spine. Perhaps you float your fingertips one last time. Take a breath in here. And breath out, plant your palms. Drop your left knee. Right knee comes to meet it. And hips towards the heels for our lovely child's pose. And of course, you can always stack something under your hips, so a block or a blanket. If you feel the need, if your hips don't quite meet your heels. Wherever you are in the pose, inhale to expand out through your belly. Exhale, let your navel float toward your spine. Take a deep breath in to expand. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Exhale, press the earth low, look up in between your hands. Exhale, you're going to rise up and we're going to meet in a seated position. So, taking your heels, kicking your feet off to the side, and making your way to a seat. Woohoo! We've been doing some stuff this evening, haven't we? All right, so bring the flesh of the bum out from underneath of you, because we're not done yet. We're going to bend our knees, soles of the feet on the earth, grow long and tall in the spine, let your shoulders be soft. So remember, we want to try to keep everything soft while we're working through these challenges. Next inhale, you're going to raise the right leg up. Exhale, left leg meets it. Bring your hands behind your knees. So starting off this way is helpful, so your body is like, oh my God, not like, oh my God, what are we doing here? It's a little bit easier to start this way. So whatever you do in your boat pose, this is Navasana boat pose, whatever you do, you want to try to keep your chest broad and moving toward your knees. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, we're going to straighten the left leg. Right sole of the foot comes on the outside of the left knee. Sneaking that one in there. Next breath in, right fingertips come behind. Left fingertips float up towards the sky, so find length in the spine. Exhale, twist from your core. So drawing your navel in towards your spine and twisting to the right. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, grow long and tall in the spine. Always the option to wrap the arm around the knee, by the way, also, not just have the elbow on the outside. Exhale, see if you can twist a little more deeply from your core and spin your gaze behind you. This is a really great way to literally wring out your guts. And we all need that more in our lives, I assure you. Take another breath in through the nose. And breath out to release. And we're going to go the opposite direction, so counter twist. Take a deep breath in, long and tall in the spine. Breath out, release, and come back to center. So we're going to do that again, and we're going to go a little further. Option to go a little further. You don't always have to. So readjusting the flesh of the bum, knees are bent, soles of the feet on the earth. Next inhale, this time we're going to raise the left leg. Exhale, right leg meets it. I have to lean back and then bring my chest back forward. That's the only way I can do this. Take a full breath in through the nose. Breath out, release your hands and extend your fingertips forward. Beautiful, ladies. Take a deep breath in, draw your chest towards your knees, knees towards your chest. Feel your core working. Exhale to release the right leg down and let the left sole of the foot come on the outside of the right knee. Wait till next time. Next inhale, left fingertips are behind. Right fingertips float up high, finding length in the spine. Really expand out through your belly. So literally your breath is opposite. So when you come into this core work and you're working so hard in your core, if you inhale, you'll feel when feeling the expansion helps to counteract. And then exhale, draw your navel in, so twisting from your core, and twist to the left. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, breathing out through the crown of the head. Breath out, keeping your core nice and engaged. Spin your gaze behind you, maybe. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to stay. Take one more breath in here. Breath out to release. Counter pose. We're spinning in the opposite direction. Take a deep breath in, reaching high through the crown of the head. And breath out, we come back to center. So I say we have one more, just one more. Just one more. And it can be your option. So you can keep the hands behind the knees. You can bring your fingertips out, or on your breath in, raise your right leg and then your left. Breath out, straighten your legs, release your hands. You can also keep your hands behind your legs. This one is actually a little bit easier for me. Breath in, draw knees towards chest, chest towards knees. Breath out, we lay down on purpose from right here. Wonderful. You ladies are phenomenal. All right, now that we're back down into our reclined position, bend your knees, soles of the feet on the earth. Tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button. Draw your chin down towards your chest. Bring your arms into a T or a goalpost shape. And we windshield wiper our knees once again. Breathing in to the release of our core after all of this challenging work that we just did. Perhaps you let your head also rock from side to side, shaking your head, yes and no. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Knees and feet are hip distance, bringing your palms back in to rest by your hips. We've got just enough time to take one round of bridge pose to continue counteracting this work we just did. So next, inhale, raise your hips about halfway up. Exhale to stay. Inhale, hips are going to raise just a little bit higher. So you can keep your knees directly out from your hips. And exhale. Inhale, walk your shoulders down your back. Clasp your fingers together under your sacrum. And let that give you more leverage to raise your hips up even higher towards the sky. Exhale to stay. We're going to take 2 more breaths right here. So inhale to expand. Exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest inhale. Maybe you can rise a little higher, maybe not. And then exhale, gently unwind. Release. Slowly let your hips descend down to the earth. Readjusting, unwinding your shoulders, chin in towards your chest, tailbone tucked up. Inhale, knees and feet touch together. Draw your knees toward your face toward your knees. You're giving yourself a hug one last time. And then exhale, release into your final Shavasana. So making your Shavasana uniquely your own. So propping up any areas that you feel that's necessary. Covering up with your blanket if you have it. Taking any position that helps you to release and let all of this work melt back down into the earth. And bringing your full attention to your breath pattern. And every time your mind wanders, coming back to that focus.
Beginning to gently reawaken your physical body. Taking any movements that are reflective of that. So wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. Maybe take a long body stretch by rising your arms up overhead and pointing down through your toes. Perhaps you windshield wiper knees or feet. The options are limitless, as long as it is gentle. And then whenever you are ready, taking any other final movements while you're reclined, and then whenever you are ready, we're going to meet back in a seated position. Lovely, lovely. All right, one last moment. Once again, we're going to close our eyes down. Find length in your spine from the very tip of your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Let your shoulders soften down your back, soften your face and jaw. Bring your tongue off of the roof of your mouth. And simply notice what you're feeling now versus when you came to class. And just breathe into what you notice. No judgments, just observations. Just observe. And then place one hand on your belly and the other hand on top of that one. And just take some slow, even, natural breaths here, bringing all of your attention to the very core of your being, the very core of your body, the very core of your being. And as you walk off of your mat and out into the world, may you be more strong and stable as a result of this lovely class. And may you muster more confidence and willpower. And bringing your palms now to touch at heart center, bow your chin in towards your chest. Deepest gratitude to your body and your breath to be able to move, breathe, and practice in this space, in this way, and with each other. Deepest gratitude to yourself for showing up. That is always half the battle. Bringing your thumbs to touch at your third eye, center the space in between your eyebrows. And may all sentient beings everywhere experience peace. Namaste. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you.